everyone, and welcome to Jazz Girls. I'm your host, Jazel Velarde, and this is the space for real women, real stories, and real glow-ups. Not just sa itsura, pero pati sa buhay. Today, we're talking about redemption, mga pagkakataon sa buhay na akala mo tapos ka na, pero doon pa lang pala nagsisimula ang bago. Our guest today is a content creator and a podcast host known for her honesty and very bold conversations. Isa siya sa mga very first YouTubers that I really admire. OG YouTuber since 2010. But more than that, she's a woman who chose to pause, reflect, and take a different direction. We have here on the show, Tioco. Hi, Say. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Jazz Girls.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
And thank you for being here. You know, Say kasi, ang tagal mo na sa industry. It has been more than 10 years,
Yeah.
no? Parang ilang taon to? If it's 2010, so 16 years, so. So mula sa pagiging beauty and lifestyle guru, naging mukha ka ng sex positivity content. Pero biglang iba ang ihip ng hangin. Paano to nag-start, no?
So I started in 2010. Nag-start talaga ako sa makeup sa YouTube. So that was like the first content that I ever made.
Yes.
And then it became my career right out of college.
Okay.
And then in 2020, nagkaroon ako nung parang moment na sabi ko, I want to be doing something more. It's like I'm
Okay.
being called to do something more. So dun na nag-birth yung yung podcast ko.
Yes,
And then
okay.
in there, dun ako nag-start na to talk about more relevant topics like mental health, sex education, and women empowerment in general.
Okay, so that's the beginning. Kasi you were very active in content creation before. Very open, very expressive. Ano yung phase ng buhay mo na yon?
It was very fun,
Yes.
actually, because I actually pretty much grew up in YouTube, diba?
Yes.
And right out of college, I did people's makeups, hair, and it was very fun because I feel like I really grew up and I learned a lot about the industry. We traveled with many different brands, like beauty brands and everything. So it was really fun. But then it doesn't mean na fun siya. It doesn't mean na it's fulfilling.
Yes.
Parang those are two different things, right?
Yes.
Especially if you're growing up in an industry na parang you don't have everything figured out. So like, what's the next step, right?
Have I mentioned sa'yo before na it was really you na nakita ko when I started doing makeups, it was really you na
I love
tinitignan
that.
ko.
I remember,
Diba?
yeah.
I told you that.
Yes.
And then the reason also why I wanted to do content is because one time I saw you, I think it was a brand who bring you to Balesin. And then I told you, I wanted to be like you. Diba?
It was a very fun career
Yes.
talaga. Yes.
During that time, masasabi mo bang fulfilled ka? Or may tahimik na feeling na parang may kulang?
Like I mentioned earlier, I feel like it's different if you're doing something you really love.
Yes.
But then the fulfillment, parang mafe-feel mo yun na parang is what you're doing, does it have purpose? Yung parang ganun na mapapaisip ka. So that really happened to me in 2020. Doon ako napaisip na parang, are you just gonna do makeup videos the entire time?
Yes.
Anong kabuluhan? Like, are you doing something to improve an issue sa society? So, doon ako napaisip. So, it was really a call from, I really feel that it's God.
Yes.
He's really calling me to do something more.
Since you mentioned that, no, prior to beauty, you did another thing,
Yes.
right?
So
Can
when
you tell us more about it?
Yeah, when I launched the podcast, so that was when I said na, okay, let's talk about mental health, women empowerment, because these are issues na kailangan talagang pag-usapan sa society natin right now, diba? Doon nagsimula yung sex-positive content ko, like really empowering women to be comfortable in their own skin, like their sexuality and everything. And we all know that in the Philippines, it's really needed, sex education.
And not everyone's very open to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
I mean, Philippines is a very conservative country.
We are,
you know?
yes, we are.
Everybody, Catholic kasi tayo, di ba?
Yes.
We're a Catholic country. So, feeling nila, pag nagsabi ka ng ganito, oy, rebelde, oy, ganito, were you ever been bashed like that?
Of course, especially on Facebook.
How is it?
And I expected it because
Yes.
you're like going against the grain.
Yes.
Of course, you're gonna get hate for it, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I also helped women be comfortable talaga in their own skin, but
Exactly.
what I realized, Jazz, is that it comes to a certain point. Hindi siya pwedeng sumobra-sobra. You know, you need to be responsible for what you're putting out, the content you're putting out in the internet, because it can be used in a bad way. And syempre, yung mga nanonood sa atin sa YouTube, sa Facebook, TikTok, right? These are young women.
Exactly.
So you have to really be responsible for the content you put out. So I think that's where the education part of sexual positivity is really, really needed. But then you can't go beyond that because it can be used in a bad way.
And Jen, also once it's out there, it's going to be there forever.
Yes,
no?
you're correct.
Looking back now, though, what was the version of you, confident or just trying to survive back then?
I feel like I was really confident because I enjoyed what I did.
Yeah.
But then, of course, when it comes to doing something, you know in yourself if you're aligned with your values or not. And for me, that's very important, being aligned, doing something that is aligned to your values, to your faith. So when it came to a point na sabi ko, parang sinasabi sa akin ni Lord na, yung, saan ka papunta now, hindi yan yung plano ko for you. That's when I really, I took a step back and really reassessed everything.
Gaano katagal yun? How long were you doing that? Kasi you started with beauty, and then you shifted into being a sexy, more empowered women. I remember watching you. You were really, are you naked that time? I think you have photo shoots that you were really naked. No, you're very comfortable, no? You're very, very comfortable, and I really admire you with that. Gaano katagal yun?
I only started that in 2020 onwards. So the makeup stuff, the beauty stuff, so from 2010 to 2020. And then 2020 was a time where I really experimented with myself, with women empowerment. So, ano ba now? 2020 na ngayon?
26
na, no?
Yes.
Yeah, so that only lasted for about 2 years. And then I met Jesus, so everything shifted talaga.
Do you think we sometimes confuse being loud or being healed?
I think when you're loud, people tend to have this this view of, parang she's very confident, she's very sure of herself. But then I think the healing part comes, especially if you hit your 30s na. Lalabas din yung mga, if you have any childhood trauma that you never processed, lalabas yan when you're an adult na. And I think that's where you are really invited to dig deeper and search kung ano yung source ng pain mo and why you're acting the way you act. So, yeah.
I like that. I
Diba?
like when you said that. Kasi
Yes.
that's true, no? Whatever trauma that we have during our childhood or kung ano yung hindi natin nagawa during our childhood, ginagawa natin sila.
Yes.
Pagtanda natin, or if we have the time, no?
Yes.
If we have the sources, the money, no? Gagawin talaga natin yan.
Yeah.
What was something people admired you back then, but you personally struggled with? What do you think it is?
At the height of my YouTube career, people really admired the way, because, from makeup, I was also given the opportunity to travel in different countries, right? So they really loved the vlogs. Na parang, oh my gosh, say...
And your life,
Yeah,
diba?
you get so many PR, you go here, you go there.
Like normal people, regular people would wanted to be like, oh, I wanted to be like Say, I wanted to travel there, I want to go there, I want that free makeup.
Yeah,
At the same
yes.
time, you're enjoying kasi to follow na lang yung bayad na yan, diba?
Yes. So it was very, very fun. But then, of course, in the industry, I'm sure you know this, Jazz, na there's this pressure to always keep up. You always have to be ahead, stay ahead. You have to be on top of what's the next trend. So parang that pressure, it's not good for us. Of course, we all know stress is not good for us, diba? So while you were enjoying it, the bad side of it was like that pressure na parang you have to be always doing something. It was crazy. Yeah.
And the competition.
Yes,
with the
competition.
industry, no?
Totoo.
But, guys, you really have to accept that there's someone's better than you,
Yep.
someone's more beautiful than you, someone's more matalino than you, no?
Yeah.
But if social media was turned off during that season, sino kakayanan?
Oh, I know the answer talaga to this. Kasi I used to play volleyball from grade 3 to high school. And I only...
So, sporty ka.
Yes! I love volleyball. So I only stopped talaga because I discovered YouTube. So if walang social media, I would have played all throughout because I really love this sport.
So mga ka-Jazz, malinaw na ang pagbabago ay hindi bigla. Ito ay isang proseso ng pagmumuni, pagbitaw at pagtanggap sa katotohanan. After the break, dadalhin naman natin ang usapan sa mas malalim na bahagi, ang spiritual journey ni Say. Stay with us mga ka-Jazz. This conversation continues on Just Girls. We are back mga ka-Jazz, and of course kasama pa rin natin si Tioco. You know, Say, maraming nagulat kasi bigla na lang nag-host ka into this kind of community. They call it Bible Brunch Manila, no? Kasi from sex education, when you were empowering women to love their own selves, no? Naging biglang religious and very inspirational. Yung boses mo kasi parang nag-iba yung tone. I mean, really different, no? What do you think? Hindi ba ito naging culture shock para sa'yo at sa mga subscribers mo and to all the ones who followed you?
Madaming nagulat actually.
Even me?
Yes!
Yeah.
Even me! Pati ako nagulat din, but I think that's the way the Lord works talaga. He's gonna change you overnight. And the reason why we have the brunches, so Bible Brunch Manila is like a group I founded. So I invite women, actually, and men also, and we give out free Bibles, and then we have brunch, and we talk about life now. And I think that's the best way to really connect with people and check in with them. No, how's your life doing? How's it going? How's your faith? So, and I love brunching. Don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I wanted to join you.
Yeah.
My other friend, is joining already Bible Brunch Manila.
Wow.
Anyway, before we go to Bible Brunch, before you go to Bible Brunch Manila, was there a moment or season when you realized, wait, I cannot be like this forever. I cannot always promote sex positivity. Was it like that? That's why you shifted to God, like to spreading the word of God?
There was a moment that I was like shaken talaga by the Lord. I mentioned to you earlier that when I do something and I feel like there's a misalignment with my values and my faith, parang hindi ko na siya kayang gawin.
Yes.
Right? So, I felt like I was really pushing the boundaries and really going for sex positivity ng todo-todo talaga. And talagang tinigil ako. So, I really had to listen to that call. So, everything shifted.
How was it like? Can you tell us more about it? I mean, was it just like one morning you said, oh, I'm gonna stop now. I don't want to talk about sex anymore. Let's stop about no more women empowerment. I want to turn myself to God. Was it like that?
Of course, I know that we need that pa rin. We need to empower people, right?
Yes.
But then, the fault comes with, if you empower yourself too much, that you don't rely on anyone anymore, yung hyper-independence, and parang feel mo you can do everything. I think dun tayo nagkakamali because we really have to rely on a higher power. And for me, that's God talaga. You have to surrender everything to Him.
Ang ganda nung sinabi
Right?
mo, no?
You
Yung
really
feeling mo
have to.
tama ka.
Hindi pwede.
At the end of the day, hindi. Hindi ka forever tama.
Hindi unlimited yung natin, yung energy natin. Whatever we do, no, we have to. We have to rely on God talaga.
What broke first? What broke first? Your heart, your peace, or your identity?
This is actually the thing that really started everything. Of course, my heart broke. And when your heart breaks, I feel like it really pushed me to dig deeper, like I mentioned earlier, dig deeper and really assess what am I doing in my life that is not working anymore, right? So when my heart broke, because I dated someone, and then it opened my eyes to really the evil in the world, like how women empowerment can be used in a very evil way. That's how I'm gonna say it. So it opened my eyes to that, and then that really jump-started everything.
Emotionally, how did that turning point feel? Scary ba? Very confusing? Relieving? Or all of the above? Kasi syempre, that evil spirits that's been around with you, no? You just said, no, stop, I don't want to listen to you, iba na tayong direction.
I went through all the stages, as in the bargaining, the anger stage. I think I
Pero
went
alam
through
mo,
all of that.
just to cut you, no? Hindi halata. Hindi halata.
Thank you, Lord.
Really,
Right? Thank
hindi
you, Lord,
halata.
talaga.
Yeah, that you were
Yes.
struggling.
Yeah.
Siguro dahil because lagi ka masaya.
And of course, what you see on social media, right?
Yeah.
It's not, you're not gonna post na, oh, I
Sabagay.
cried all day today. You're not gonna
Yes,
post, diba?
you're not gonna post naman na umiiyak ka.
Yes. Yeah.
Not
I
unless
went
it's for the
through-
clout.
Yeah. So yeah, I went through all of the stages. And I feel like where I am right now, I'm very content and I'm very happy. And everything just is very peaceful. Yeah, but of course, the transition was crazy. It was hard. Imagine living a life for how many years na you're this person and then all of a sudden you're called to leave all of it behind and start again, right?
Do you believe, say, that breakdowns happen when we've been avoiding ourselves for too long?
Yes, because you can only pretend for so long. You can't do it forever. You're gonna reach a breaking point talaga. And like I mentioned earlier, something is gonna pull you to really live out your true purpose on the earth, in this world talaga. Something is gonna pull you, and that's God. And you have to heed the call. You have to listen to Him. Because you have a purpose. You have a purpose. Like what you're doing right now here, there's a purpose for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ay, ang ganda. At that point, what was harder, changing your life or admitting you needed to change?
Definitely admitting that I needed to change, because you're gonna wrestle with your pride. Who wants to
Tsaka
admit?
it's not that hindi yan, pag gusto mo magbago, hindi yan instant.
No, yeah.
No?
So, but that's the first step. You really have to admit that something needs to change. And you're gonna swallow your pride, you're gonna look the pain in the face and just say na, okay, I need to change this. And that was the hardest part.
Do you think God sometimes lets us get lost so we finally stop pretending?
I'm sure you've heard of the term free will. So whatever choice you make in life, nasa iyo yun eh. Nasa sa'yo yun. Binigay sa atin ng free will. But I believe that whatever choice you make, kahit mali yung choice na yan, like I did in the past, right? God will always be with you. Kahit mali yung ginagawa mo, He will always be there. And He will keep calling you back. I think that's the most beautiful part of it. The faith, no? He will keep calling you back talaga. Because we have our own plans for our lives, but He has the ultimate purpose for our lives. And I think yun talaga ang makaka-fulfill sa atin.
After the break, pag-usapan naman natin ang kinabukasan and ang bagong mission, ang pag-asa at kung paano ginamit ni Say ang kanyang nakaraan para magbigay liwanag sa iba. Dahil ang redemption ay hindi lang paglayo sa mali, kundi pagpili sa tama araw-araw. Real talk, real stories, real transformation dito lang sa Jazz Girls. And sa huling segment na to, pag-usapan natin ang kinabukasan. Ang redemption ay hindi lang tungkol sa paghinto sa mali, kundi sa paggawa ng tama simula ngayon. Say, ano sa tingin mo yung mission statement ng buhay mo ngayon?
It's very clear to me now. It's really to bring more people to Jesus. That's it. Really bring more people to deepen their faith so that how they live their life now, it's really aligned according to the purpose of what God has planned for them.
When people hear the word redemption, and you know, everybody think it means perfection, right? When you want to redeem yourself, you want it to be perfect. Is redemption about becoming someone new or finally becoming who you were meant to be?
It's actually both. And I love it because once you give your life to Jesus, you become a new creation. That's in the Bible, diba? And you also become who you were truly meant to be. So I think it goes hand in hand.
You've shared that finding God became part of your journey, right? So how did that change the way you see yourself? Because it's very different, right? Like
Yes.
the transition.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah. I feel like when you're in the industry or basically when you're in the world, you look for stuff in the world to fill you, to satisfy you, to make you feel fulfilled. But then, I'm sure you've heard of so many stories where people say na it's not enough. Dami kang pera, it's not enough. It's always not enough. Parang you always want more.
Yeah.
Kasi never ka na-satisfy. And I feel like when you finally find Jesus, that's where the true satisfaction comes from talaga.
Yeah.
Doon talaga yung feel mo na parang kahit na you don't have everything, you're at peace. And you know someone has your back. kahit anong pagdaanan mo.
See, curious lang nako, no? So, what changed first? Your beliefs or the way you loved yourself?
My beliefs. Because I feel like yun talaga yung source of everything flows from that. If you believe that you are this, then how you see yourself will be affected, right? So I know now that I'm a daughter of God. I know that my identity is in Christ. So how I view myself, how I talk to myself actually, it's different. Kasi diba, in our life, especially in society right now, anxiety and mental health is really, right? People are like very anxious about stuff. They feel like ang daming problema. And you really see it in the way you talk to yourself then, diba? Is it all negative? Do you listen? Do you come into agreement with these statements? So, dun siya nagsisimula talaga for me. And when you know that your identity is in Christ and that God's got you talaga, it's different. The conversations in your head become very different.
Was it harder to let go of your old life or the version of you that people already knew?
Both. It was hard, especially if you've been doing it for such a long time. Siyempre, nasasanay tayo, di ba, na parang, oh, lagi tayo may travel, lagi may ganito, lagi may ganyan. It was hard, of course, because when you're really called to participate in the life that was really meant for you, that was orchestrated by God talaga, it's not gonna be easy. Hindi mo naman alam kung anong life yun, di ba? But I feel like that's where obedience comes into the picture. And one thing I'm sure of is when you obey talaga, everything will fall into place. And it's a beautiful thing. And kahit na nawala yung life na feel mo sobrang ganda, you don't know. We don't know. We can't even imagine the life that God has planned for us. So, magugulat ka na lang kung
Did
anong
you
darating.
even explain yourself to your followers or your subscribers? Did you even tell them, oh, ito na ako ngayon, you know, or bigla na lang shift?
So it was a biglang shift, but then of course people started asking.
Yeah.
So I actually released my testimonial.
You did?
Yes, and I feel like the testimonial that comes from people talaga, like how they met God, where God met them at their life, that's so important because you will really see the power that only God can, you know, can show in your life, right? So testimonials are so important, and there from then on, nagets na nila.
Do you think people are afraid of redemption because it means outgrowing the version of themselves they already posted online?
I think they're afraid of losing control. They're afraid of letting go of control. I'm guilty. I was guilty of that before, no? Na parang, ayoko nga nitong calling na to because that means I don't have control over what I want to do, what I want to achieve. And I feel like that's one thing that people really avoid. Ayaw nilang tanggapin or ayaw nilang i-accept na you need to be doing something, you are called to do something more, something better. And I feel like once you move past that, beautiful. You don't know the plans of the Lord. So beautiful talaga.
Do you have any regrets of posting this kind of content before online?
Regrets. I actually removed majority of them because when I look back and I see myself, it's actually like looking at someone I don't even know anymore. I mean, I still embrace that I was that that person, but there's this thinking na, or I realize na hindi ko siya kilala. Hindi ko siya kilala. So, yes, as sabi ko, ibang-iba.
Yeah.
Everything I did, ibang-iba talaga.
Kasi it was, when I was following you, kasi back then, you were always doing makeups, diba? You were traveling, doing content, daily life, like that,
Yes.
you know? Tapos biglang naging ganon, no?
But when it comes to regret, I think I don't have any regrets. Because I feel like anything you go through in life, you're meant to go through that. But then God is always working in your life and leading you to a destination that He has planned for you talaga.
Why did you think God chose you that path?
I feel like everyone, all of us, you, me, we have gifts, right? And all of these gifts that He gave us, it's meant for good. It's not meant for evil. So I want to challenge you, challenge myself also and our viewers today. Are you using your gifts for the good or for evil? It's a very challenging question because again, we wrestle with our pride, with our ambitions, di ba? You're gonna wanna, kunwari, ang ganda mo. You can use that to make money. But then, is the avenue that you're making money with, is it marangal?
Yeah.
Mapapaisip ka di ba? So, it's a good question to ask.
That's why you mentioned kanina, God gave us free will.
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
we have the option to choose which path we want to take. Say for women watching right now who feel stuck in a version of themselves they've already outgrown, how do you know it's time to begin again?
I wanna invite them to really say a very quick prayer and just ask the Lord, Lord, what do you want me to do and where do you want me to go? And I promise you, He's gonna respond. Super quick prayer. Yeah.
So say before we wrap up, anything you'd like to share, promote, or invite people into, please go ahead.
I really want to share about Bible Brunch Manila because this community is so beautiful. What we do is we give out free Bibles to anyone who needs it. So we are on Instagram. If you want a free Bible, just send us a DM and we'll give you a free copy. And we also meet in different cafes and we have brunch. Brunch is so fun. We have brunch, we talk about life, and we talk about how Jesus is changing our lives. And I also want to plug our church, Hillsong Manila. So they are a church in BGC, Grand Hyatt in BGC, and there's a service every 4 p.m. on Sundays. And I really want, they're very, very instrumental in my faith. And also, Joshua Care International. So Joshua Care International is a home for children that we are partnered with, and we help out abandoned babies. These are abused children, and you can help out in any way you can. And I feel like it's beautiful to be a change maker. So whatever you can give, monetary, in kind, or even your time, you can volunteer. So I feel like all of us can make a difference, and it's such a beautiful thing to be a change maker and really to do what God has called you to do.
Very beautiful and very beautiful conversation. Tunay ngang walang pinipiling oras o tao ang pagbabago basta't bukas ang puso natin. Maraming salamat again, Tioco, for sharing your story and your beautiful it was very wonderful to talk to you, no? And to finally meet you, no? And for your honesty and for your courage, because not everybody can say this out loud, yeah? And your story reminds us that redemption isn't about erasing the past, it's about giving it meaning. So to everyone watching right now, your past does not disqualify you from a very beautiful future. And sometimes, your glow up isn't just external, it's emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. This has been Jazel Velarde. This is Just Girls, where we celebrate real women, real stories, and real transformation. See you on our next episode.